And with that,
Hey,
if you
what's
guys would like to
synthwave?
recollect, it's space synthwave, guys.
I mean,
Hey, what's
you know what
synthwave?
he said? If we would like to recollect, if we don't want to recollect, he basically just gave us an out.
That's
Don't
true.
get any inspiration. In any case, last session, we started off in the Lore Seekers League, talking to Sing.
Nope.
Song.
Easier.
Doyen, Sarah.
Doyen.
The Sarah?
Sarah Song.
Sarah
Yeah,
Song.
Doyen, yeah.
Sarah Song.
We did a lot. We actually did quite a bit on the. We walked around a lot. Had a good conversation about Lior and her accommodations, so we could stash her there, keep her safe from people that are hunting. I mean, more or less Zed down.
Whoa.
And Sanguisan.
Stop making this about me.
Speaks the truth.
Zed makes everything about himself.
Exactly. As much as I'd like to make it about myself, don't make this about me.
So, we talked to, after speaking with Song and her telling us that they'll have stuff prepared for Lior, we went to go talk to, there we go. We went to talk to Busy first, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Busy Falaguza.
Izzy Falaguza, who was the RA for, the essentially student dormitories, and he was telling us about the last expedition that went missing, and how he's like trying to gear up to go and get down there and go search for them. And we thought that might be the quest that Song was talking about. And we're like, well, we'll get back to you after we talk to Doyen, and then we went to speak with Colette. What did we speak with Colette for?
I just wanted to check in with her.
Right.
But I asked her about that mission that Busy told us about.
Yeah. Colette was like a super matter-of-fact kind of person, from what I remember.
Perfect memory.
She's very intelligent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we also learned about Calamides the Grug, which is adorable. Everybody should appreciate Calamides.
Too bad
Nothing
that Mr. Cannon-
Nothing else happened with Colette, and we left.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Nothing significant happened, and so we walked and went to go talk to Rex.
What else happened, guys?
Our girl Ronan got hard.
Well, Ronan's always hard, but
That's her
that's her secret cat.
Feely even.
Yeah, Ronan gave her
What?
contact information for professional purposes only, guys. Jeez. We went after that. We went to go talk to Rex. Did we go talk to Rex? Did we go to the Doyen again, or did we go to
No,
Rex?
we went
You
to
went
talk
to
to
Rax to get your
Yeah, we went to talk to
grapple
Rex to get
fixed.
your
Yeah.
grapple fixed, and I took him aside and said, "Hey, scan to see. Could you scan to see if we're being tracked? If there's any trackers on our ship?"
Yeah, and then
And
after
he's-
that, we
yeah.
went to go speak with the Doyen again about the expedition, and we were basically we accepted the mission, which was to go and scout out the area for a secondary expedition to go find them, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, the people went missing, so we got sent down there to go see if we could find them.
Yes.
Not to find out what.
Oh, geez, you're breaking up a lot.
This is super quiet.
I've cranked up all my volumes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn them up. It's cool.
But
have you turned down?
now you're just breaking up a lot.
Yeah, it's my internet.
Yep, internet.
Being
Gotcha.
shitty.
Fuck.
We met back up with Rex. Got my gadget, and he was like, "Well, from the minimal time I had to look, I didn't find anything." And Zed thanked him, and we were off after that. We landed on Avara, specifically the Green Lord Biodome, right?
Yep.
Okay. Where we talked to some of our basically the dockmen, like they're just checking us in, checking our credentials.
Yeah.
Which all of our credentials were legit.
Yeah,
Definitely not forged. Nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong. I mean, your guys's were questionable, if anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Your guys' stuff was a little weird, man. The only person that could communicate with him was
Yeah, boy.
I would say your
Isel.
boy, but it's literally not a boy.
Pointing to him.
Isel.
Yeah, Isel.
The Avarans told us
What
that
is food?
we could find like guides in town, or like further in at the. There's a name. No.
I just have the treehouse right there.
The treehouse. We could find like, I believe it's specifically rangers, right?
A range.
A ranger.
Get a ranger to help us.
They also gave us a soft warning, of like, hey, don't let those two go on preaching, because like people don't appreciate it here.
Also, start trouble.
Yeah, also don't start trouble. So we walk about 15 minutes in, and we start trouble.
Yep.
That is
Rather,
incorrect.
trouble found
Trouble
us.
found us.
Yeah.
And
Trouble found us.
Zed
Okay.
was bound by honor.
Or
Honor.
desire to.
I don't know if it's honor.
Zed and Duelist faced off, and Zed proved to be the better gunman.
Yes.
Or Duelist. And we essentially just went on our way afterwards.
I moved his body to a better spot where it's not just laying there.
Someone's got to find it.
Better is a relative word. We got
Yeah,
it. We
really.
hit it. Let's be clear. We covered our ass.
We continued on to the treehouse, where we split into two groups. The drinking party, the drink ordering party,
The two
and
of us.
and the ding dongs who wanted to seek more trouble.
Whoa. Who are you calling a ding dong?
You and me. We're both
You know what?
ding
That's
dongs.
fair.
What are you talking
You know what?
about?
That's fair. You know what? You know what? I retract that.
We went with the drinking party first, and Isel ordered the strongest drink possible.
Well, Zed asked him for the strongest drink.
Right. So
Don't
Isel-
put this on Isel. It's all Zed's fault.
well, Isel ordered it though. Like Zed told him to, but Isel did it.
Are you?
And I'm not blaming Isel for anything. I'm just
Sounds like
informing
you
the
are.
party as to he ordered the drink.
Isel, he's trying to blame
Or
you for my
Zed.
inebriation.
We had
I blame.
there were 5 other drinks ordered. I believe there's like similar drinks, but not as alcoholic. After the drinks are served, we cut back to the ding dongs, and that would follow the ding dongs. And they told us about the fighting pits, which were set in a more classical form of combat. So we could sign up in smaller groups or bigger groups. So we signed the whole group up naturally, and they told us that we can't use guns, we can't use modern armor, but we can use magic as long as it's not technomancy, which I
Yeah,
don't think any of
they
us
don't-
have. So
Yeah, definitely nobody has tech. Yeah, thank God.
we went down to the armory, geared up, and now we are sorry, at somewhere in there Zed downed his drink in one go.
Like you do.
And when we got in the arena, Orictimus showed up, and we're like, "Oh, this might be really bad." And then Zed threw up, and that was the end of that session.
It hit me.
An Aristmus.
Rictus.
If all of you.
Or
Yes.
Thomas.
Did they indicate whether this was the specific?
Oof.
Yeah, this is.
I could not get enough of that to know what you were
Can-
asking.
I
Can
think
we?
you said, did they indicate whether Arictimus was the creature that was causing them problems or not? I can only assume because I didn't get the last half.
Can you
Is it
turn
the name
your?
of this specific creature or
Oh, okay. I see.
Can you try and turn your sensitivity up and see if that does anything at all? Because it doesn't sound like lag. It sounds like it's cutting in and
Sounds
out.
like it's not picking
Yeah.
up what you're saying
Yeah.
all the time.
So I do know what he said though. He was asking
Or Myth
Uh,
Closing.
if Orictimus is the name of this creature or the species of creature.
Orictimus is the name of this creature. It's not the name of the species.
Okay, that was I believe that was his question.
Oh.
That's all I can make out.
I do remember them saying something about like the creatures in the pits are the ones that like rangers have trouble with. Did we cover that already? I
Yeah.
assume this is one of them based on the looks of it.
Yes. It was. I mean, Isel was the only one that could understand what was being said.
Yeah.
But it's just super hilarious that no one understands exactly
Yep.
what's going on but Isel, by the way.
Mhm.
He explained to us.
I love
We
it.
were explained that it was a. We ran into someone who spoke common.
But it was implied that Arictimus is like an especially feral creature. Like
Yeah,
it
he's
was
been
like
causing
a-
problem for rangers.
Yeah.
Just so everyone
so
knows.
Rangers is a colloquial term.
Yeah.
If you guys want to think about them more mechanically as a class, they're a Strider. I made that
Yeah.
confusing last week because I just like didn't say it right.
I assumed
I didn't
they
think that
were
was
like-
confusing at all.
I
No.
assumed. Yeah,
I assumed they
it
were
was
just
Raiders.
like Night's Watch Rangers. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I was
they-
thinking
like,
of
they're just
rangers
the
like
people.
park rangers.
So,
But, like, in a more natural
there
setting.
are people you can pay to take you into the Amazon, and I think they're insane, but they exist, and that's what these people are
Yeah.
for the Green Lord.
That's what I figured.
So I told the Sunday group, just for you guys, I'm so drunk, I'm gonna throw a dagger. It's gonna hit one of you guys, and there will be allies adjacent to that person. You will get snuck attack. Snuck attack.
Snuck attack? That's what
Snuck
we have to call it
attack.
now. I expect your
snuck
macro to be changed to
Snuck
snuck attack.
Get out of here.
You will be snuck attacked.
Oh boy. All right.
Sorry, 1 second. As much
Now
as
we
I
get
love,
to the
as
fun.
much as I love the synthwave,
Oh yeah. No.
why don't you guys go ahead and put your pieces on the battle map?
Oh, we get Battle Mat Day.
Oh,
We get
shit.
battle mat day, he says.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice. That's
Is this
my move.
water? Is this like actually water in this pit?
Yes,
Oh.
this is a
They have
horrifying
everything here.
situation. Actually, you guys noticed water like all over the place. Also, you guys would have noticed that like a lot of the domestic animals and stuff are like amphibious versions of more normal human creatures here. Like they have like what essentially would look like a dog, but if it was an amphibious dog. Like it appears that like there's probably like so much water here that the majority of creatures have adapted one way or another to breathing in it.
So we're on Pandora. Got it.
Uh-huh.
I rolled really
Is this
well.
any better, guys?
Oh
it's
my
much
god,
better.
that's way better.
Yeah.
Stellar.
Much better.
Alright. I guess it's my new headphones, the ones
Ian.
that like came with the phone.
Ian,
Weird. What?
say something sexy.
No.
No.
God, that was hot.
The,
He's already in character as Isel.
the
Mine
Clyke,
is
It's
Mars
called
rejection.
the
denial,
Clyke Strux,
and there's nothing
Clyke?
sexier.
the Clyke Strux, and I.
Snuck attack.
We'll get a
Snuck
slice. I'll be
attack.
right back.
Snuck attack.
Give me a
Hello,
minute
Mojo.
to get my
I love it.
business on the map.
We did not roll good, boys.
Oh, I didn't roll yet. Because I'm an
Yikes.
asshole. Do I roll disadvantage?
Yes, you do. You are. Let me.
For initiative too?
Yeah, like you're super drunk.
Oh, that's supposed to be a disadvantage. Is it not? Okay. 15 it is.
We don't have like armor and shit, do we?
We have.
We got
so
the
you guys
gold
got to
armor.
choose. Yeah, any weapon. Any weapons and armors available in the basic 5e player's handbook.
Oh, okay.
I actually have better.
People with melee weapons
Thematic.
were told that they could use them as long as they were not involved with like technomancy. So you were told you could use your spear. I think you were just gonna grab like splint armor.
I was gonna say, yeah. Do I get better armor then? That'd be dope.
I mean, you
but
can
we don't
grab
get to keep
splint
it.
armor.
I get. Yeah. I will grab splint armor. I will
AC
have
is
grabbed
just AC
splint
in
armor.
this fight, so.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, one second.
Way
I'm
better.
looking to see. So you have disadvantage on all attack rolls, saves, and ability checks.
All right.
For the next hour.
Nice. Nice. That's like the
But
next
was it a good drink?
600 rounds?
Tell you the truth, I couldn't tell.
Fair enough.
It had a very thick consistency.
It was kind of gross, but it did the job.
No.
Your characters would safely assume that fighting in this arena is kind of like a like they don't stop it if you're gonna die. Just in case anybody hadn't already assumed that.
Well, I
Alright,
assumed that.
Cool. Flare,
Sorry, he's drunk for the next 6,000 rounds.
That's
Wait.
right.
get him with that
Um,
speed. You're up first.
We had to get there.
You guys did just.
No, wait, shouldn't it be like
Oh no, I'm dumb.
Oh,
I did math
yeah.
wrong.
600.
no,
here.
600?
Let's see.
Is it 600?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, guys,
10
he's
times.
still going to college. Give him time.
There's 10 rounds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour, so it's 6 times 10.
I'm gonna do a nature.
Or
check.
60 times 10.
There you go.
On
So
Aricus.
Yes,
600.
and I'm
6
using
million.
an inspiration.
Okay.
Do I want to use? No, let's go for it. Oh God, I should use it.
What'd you get?
11.
11. Okay. Just a second. You aren't sure exactly what this creature is.
Mhm.
Eat America. Okay. You can tell. You can tell based upon its body that it probably can do little to anything with its arms, but it has obviously the very powerful legs, tail, and
Head.
yeah. You also based upon the colorations, which you do know of animals, and also some things you notice about light that seems to be coming from within its throat. You do think that it probably does have the ability to, or it like has like glands in it or something that can create like flame or something similar to that.
A Beamba.
Mm. Okay.
Kind of like Wrath of the Titans, that one chimera that could breathe, that spews liquid and ignites the
Yes.
liquid.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
That is one of the coolest creatures
It really is. I think that
I've seen in
kind
a
of,
long time.
That kind of fire breath is dope.
Yeah, so Flair will kind of study it for a second, kind of like rubbing her chin, and she'll say she'll kind of call it to everybody and say, well, I don't know exactly what this thing is, but I would stay as far away from it as possible. And then she'll cast Expeditious Retreat on herself, so I can dash now and as a bonus action on each of my turns.
Flare, you also notice that it's kind of like armored skin is considerably more prominent along its back, its legs, and its tail.
Wait, I'm sorry. The what's more prominent?
like the armored skin
Oh, okay.
on it is more prominent
Gotcha.
across like its back and its tail and stuff than it is like its belly and its chest.
Gotcha.
Um,
I'm gonna run there, and then I'm gonna jump jet over here. Oh no, I can't use those. That's right. Can I run along this bank?
You are disqualified for cheating. You can attempt to run along that bank.
Is it like higher up, or is it just?
It is higher up, and it is also basically mud.
Okay. Well, I ignore difficult terrain, so
Yeah.
that's something.
You can run
Um,
across the bank.
Okay. Do I still need to make a check to get up there?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna
It's,
go.
it's like shifting downwards. So it's
Yeah,
just like your
I figured.
feet are landing awkward. It's not like a climb check.
Yeah. So she's gonna like run here, and then she's gonna like daintily step very quickly, but do like step by step across the bank over there, and then she'll just kind of observe the battlefield from there.
just to clarify, we can't use med kits, correct?
Yeah, you would not be able to use med kits. You could
Okay.
use a health potion.
Just double checking.
It's a good thing you're not the medic subclass. You sucked. All right, it's gonna shift up 10 feet, lower its head in a roar, and you're going to see a cone of flame.
What?
Hey, I'm glad I moved.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, you were the only person that had time to. All right. I need everybody but Flare to make dexterity saving throws. I love breathing
Thanks.
fire on you guys.
I'll burn in.
That's 2
Oof.
Or no, Shane, you took yours back. You didn't use your inspiration, right?
I did. I used it on the nature check.
I got a 12.
It's okay. I
Right.
have 3 more.
Well, Sanguisan, you passed.
I have 2 more.
Woo!
How did my 2 do?
Bad. For 16 fire damage, boys, on the
Ooh,
floor.
I'm bloodied.
Christ.
Delightful.
And I'm thrown up.
And then it's going to move 30 feet that way. And Zed, you're up.
So
Stumbling
was this
around.
thing in the water to
Zed's
begin with?
Zed's
It
like
was just kind
John,
of like swimming.
Zed's like Johnny Depp in his last like 10 films.
Yeah.
He's just stumbling around drunk.
I'm stumble around and I'm gonna throw a dagger at him.
I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking about, man. Fantastic beats, crime,
17 hit?
Grindle butts. Pretty good, man.
17 hits.
You're right, Nick.
He was better in that than he's been in anything in a long time.
8 damage. Ugh.
No, that's a bad movie.
It was a bad movie, but he was better in it than he'd been in anything.
In the span of
8
5
damage.
minutes, there's 2. No, that's not the real story.
The real story is he's
That's
better than
not-
that than his last couple movies.
Happens twice
That's-
in the same scene.
That's not his fault, though. He wasn't even in that scene.
I'm blaming him though.
All right, appreciate. I
Yeah,
would
I'm
blame,
gonna-
blame J.K. Rowling for not doing enough world.
Yeah,
building, so
I'll,
it's not in the
fuck.
contracts.
Yeah, he'll throw the dagger and like look back and like holy shit and like whip out the other dagger that he pulled and just like
8
ah,
damage. You see it stick into its hashtag soft belly. Isel,
there
you're
you
up.
go.
Why is that hashtag?
Alrighty.
Hashtag soft place.
Excuse me. I am going to go into my channel energy.
Even
stance.
I know that's not how you spell boy. It's B-O-I, Shane. Even
Damn.
I know that.
No, I'm referring to puppers.
You guys want to go classic with the music since we're in 5e armor?
Ooh.
Kinda, yeah. That's good.
What?
Yeah,
This is one of the songs I used to play in MTG. Like,
Oh,
all the time.
mine's turned down.
wow, that's Well.
Let's see.
Sanguisan, you're up next.
Would I be able to stand like here? Is that like?
Yeah, you would technically be like stepping into like water and partially submerging yourself, but you could. Yeah, that's just like
oh,
where
that's
the bridge
water.
breaks
It's
away.
not
Yeah.
like. Okay.
Like
it's not
it's
like mud
higher
or
up
something.
than the rest. But no, there's a pretty big drop off there.
Is this
it's
like?
designed to funnel you down the broken bridge? That is something you could jump to. That's like another higher rock above the water.
Okay.
You can run and jump to that if you want.
I will do that.
I just wanted you guys to have fun with weird terrain. I feel like that's what Avar is all about. Oh man, this song's so good.
Wait.
Alright, yeah, you guys see Isel rush over. It's only 10 feet. Yeah, you clear it easily.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
I'm going to channel energy at it. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Righteous. Oh, there we go. 8 damage, and I get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Which is good, because that almost bloodied me.
Alright. You guys see Isel throw out a palm in front of him, and a ripple in the air as you see the Oryctimus's body weaken slightly, and Isel's kind of grow a little bit larger and stronger. He's like Isel jumped on the red marshmallow, or got the red marshmallow, or whatever that. Get that.
What?
Mario.
That was what the fuck was that?
Mushroom.
There we
They're
go.
the same thing.
Hey.
Alright. Sanguisan, is you're up.
Alright. Seeing as everybody got really hurt, I'm just gonna hang out over
Gonna do
here
Sanguisan things.
and hit everybody who was hit by that fire with a prayer of healing. So it's another +2 because it's second level. So 12 health to all of us.
Nice.
Dope.
Hey, was it do about inebriation?
Absolutely nothing.
Ah, fuck.
Oh my god! Fuck!
What did you do?
I'm
did you not
pretty
do?
sure I could have sobered up dipshit over here.
That's okay. Hey man,
I'm just
funny way to put it
starting to understand my abilities, so.
Dipshit's
His
gonna
name is
come
Ding
back.
Dong.
That's right.
ding dong magoo.
And then after that, I will
And then he'll throw another dagger.
Ding
finish
dong
my
dagger.
movement over there and be done.
I love it.
Alright. Vasvias, you're up. Running your deck.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
You're gonna run and jump at it with your swords.
I don't need to jump.
That's fair.
No,
Yeah,
grapple.
I'm gonna get out of a line or a cone. We're gonna go maybe this way. Can I jump onto that?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
You run and you leap. Just getting to a halt on it, you turn and see it.
Bless has to be. I'm gonna cast Bless. I think it's 30 or 60 feet. I can't remember. Fuck. 30 feet. Can I do that to people I want to do it to?
I don't
I
know.
want to do it to.
Yeah, I had to get within 30 feet of the.
You can bless him.
Hit
poison.
yourself, Ronan, and Zed.
Actually, that's probably the 3 that I'll hit, or I'll do it beforehand. I'll do it beforehand and hit Sanguisan, like before I move, hit Sanguisan, Ronan, and Zed with Bless.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's cool. man.
You're way too far away. Sorry. Well, you're not too far away, but
I think you could have gotten within 30 feet of everyone before
Can you-
moving
Can you
to there.
post? Can you post?
you can only hit
bless?
3.
Yeah, Bless
you
is
can
only
hit-
3
Oh, you can only hit 3 people. Gotcha.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you post bless so I know
Okay.
what it does?
I'm doing it.
I think it gives you a D4 on your
Yeah.
roll.
It's a D4 to
Yeah.
attacks and
Saving
Pretty
throws.
fucking
Saves.
good.
saving throws.
Con 1 minute, you
Based
better
on
hope
my
Oryctimus
concentration.
doesn't run him over.
Oh, well, alright.
I'll force James to make a Protean.
You
Alright,
might.
Ronan, you're up.
I'm gonna draw both of my swords, and then I will move 40 feet to here, and slash at its belly.
Alright. So you rush forward, you bring up your swords, and you move into attack. As you do, It uses its reaction to shift, and your blades come down across the backside of its tail.
Oh.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Plus a
That's
D4.
some bullshit.
So 20 to hit the first one.
20 hits.
Alright. And then
That rings
don't-
off one of the
I
hard
don't
scales.
think I can add D4 to that.
I think it's once.
Whenever a target makes an attack.
No.
Whenever
No.
they make an attack roll.
It's for
All
all
right,
of
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah.
Roll your
I got you.
D4.
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna matter. But yeah, no, good. That is 5 slashing damage. They don't have another attack. But
Wait, the 13 hit?
no, God no.
Oh,
20 did.
Okay. Oh, the first one you didn't roll damage for. I see.
What is it?
You fool of a tick.
Yeah, I hit it, so the next person to attack gets +2 to hit on their attack roll.
Where you're at? Too bad
All right.
Flare's only attack doesn't make an attack roll.
That's not true. One of my
What?
2 attacks.
I'm after that. I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Yeah, but
It gets to go.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's throw a magic missile at it.
No.
Second level.
Literally can't fail.
Does an infinite hit, Matt? Good.
Got it.
Oh my god! That's 3
What if
4.
it's like? What if its only resistance is to like magic missile or something? It's like
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because Matt's.
I wouldn't either. That is
That is 21 damage.
Mm-hmm.
As the magic missiles ring across its chest and it turns its glare to you.
Yeah, she just like one by one, she just puts her palms on, just shoots magic
Alright.
missiles. I will.
Y'all see that roll? Fuck.
I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna spend an evoker point and do
Okay.
quick spell,
Alright.
and I'm gonna cast a cantrip called Stardust as a bonus action. So basically, enemies have a harder time seeing me if they're more than 30 feet away.
Okay.
So I just like envelop myself in like starry mist.
So yeah, you do that and you kind of blend back into the mud hill and it immediately looks confused. And then at the start of its turn, it turns its attention away from you and back on Ronan.
Hey, I did it.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Zed, it's not quite your turn yet. All right, rearing back its head, you see the crown across its forehead start to glow, and then it drops it down towards you. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a thing.
Yeah, you know.
18.
Plus,
Nice.
You have plus D4.
Wait, what?
You get it because you're blessed.
You get a D4 and saves.
You blessed. Hashtag
Blessed
blessed.
boy. It's the
21.
paladin support spell. All right, yeah. You dodge to the side, and then as you scoop to your feet, you see its head start to drag across towards you again. Go ahead and make another dex save for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll a d4.
I don't think it would
Unfortunately,
have helped
you
anyways.
do get hit by this one. For 3 bludgeoning damage and then an additional 6 fire damage as you actually
Ow.
feel the heat and singe off the crown as it strikes you. And that does knock you back to there. And then with a roar, it shifts and it breaks through that wall, which is difficult terrain for it. So it shifts up 15 to there. All right, Zed, you're up.
I'm gonna look at him and look at my dagger and chuck it. And disadvantage on, yes. Dagger. 13.
Plus a D4.
Plus 4.
Plus a d4. 14.
14. 14 actually misses.
All right.
Rings off one of the scales as it's shifting around.
All right. Pull out the short sword and the last. I have my last dagger in my hand, but I'm just like trying to buckle down.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stay where I am.
At the end of your turn, go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
5.
You start to vomit again. Isaac, you're up.
Perfect.
I'm gonna drop my weapons down and start vomiting.
Alright. Oh. Does he seem to be headed in this direction?
He broke through that gate.
Yeah, he broke through that part of the wall, and he does seem to be shifting up that way. It hasn't looked at you more than anyone else. It seemed to be just trying to, like, break through that area.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna see him hurl, and then I'm gonna, like, kind of glance back at the beast, and then just run back over to Zed and spend 5 points of my heal spirit. It's essentially it's like lesser restoration.
Yeah.
Zed, you start to very, very quickly sober up. Your stomach feels awful, though.
And then I'll say, I am sorry that you must waste the drink from earlier, but it seems more important that you are at your full faculties at this moment.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna pick up my short sword and my actual dagger and thank you, and just like get up on one knee.
And then I can't really move much. I'll move there.
All right. Sangusan, you're up.
I will move forward till I'm within 30 feet, and then try for a Bane on it.
Okay.
Charisma save against 14.
It fails.
Alright, it gets to subtract d4s from its attack rolls and saving throws.
Yep.
Balanced as all things should be.
And then I will step back a bit and be done.
Alright. Was weiß.
Alright. It should just be called curse. Like the opposite of bless.
Yeah.
I don't think. Alright. Can I jump from, like, use my movement to go here and then jump to this little thing right here? And then jump across here? Like, and use my full movement to, like, make those 2 hops?
Yes.
Do you want me to make a check?
No, it's fine. It's just like difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I will get to here, and then I will double move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get up within range. Yeah.
Okay.
And doesn't a spear already have? Oh, I already used. Never mind.
Yeah.
I already used my thing. Yep, that's it.
Ronan, you're up.
Here I go. Bop. Moving 2 movements. Strike 1. 26 to hit.
Moving 2 movements. Strike 1.
And then 12 to hit on the second.
Replaced by a robot.
12 misses.
7 damage. And now I'm going to move away.
Okay.
But that's okay, because I don't provoke attacks of opportunity, because I've attacked it.
Alright.
But anybody else gets a +2 bonus on their next hit.
Is that mobile or sentinel? It's mobile, right?
Sentinels, you stop people.
The opposite.
Attack of opportunity.
Claire's gonna be like staring at the back of this thing, and she'll just kind of to herself. She'll pout and she'll say, "I can't see everybody. That's no fun." And she's gonna move over here.
Okay.
Let me make sure. And then
I don't know. I think you were in the right spot by being far away from everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, meta-wise, if I go down, it's gonna be tough for you guys to heal me. But she just wants to see Ronan. She likes seeing Ronan slash people.
What Shane means is, if
That's
he
fair.
goes down, it'll break your guys' hearts.
Agreed.
Too.
It'll break my heart more than anyone else's. But I'm
Disagree.
gonna fire level 2 magic missile again, and then
Okay.
I will. Yeah, I'll just fire one of those again.
All right. ahead.
Where is it? There it is.
Oof. All right.
Yeah, so she just kind of like she's gonna like see Isel standing on her. She's gonna say, "Isel, check this out."
Check it.
Shoot a bunch of 4 starts, little
Alright.
glittery star bits at it,
I do check it out.
and then I'm gonna dash as a bonus action.
Jesus, your rolls are insane today, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
I'll go
some
there.
mad
Shane, I'm gonna
good
say the
missiles.
areas that you have to like jump and hop are like difficult terrain.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just making sure. It's like you would have had to hop at least 10 feet there.
That's fine.
Alright.
I mean, yeah.
I want you guys to feel a little bit more mobile than D&D 5e lets you be, but
Yeah.
like it
She'll-
does take
she'll-
more effort.
She'll like jump to the edge of this rock and just kind of like teeter on the edge as she gets her composure.
All right. Erictimus is going to turn his massive rump. Yeah, that's right. At you, James, and then he's gonna try to spear
Yeah.
you with his tail.
18.
Spear you with his tail.
Jeez.
This isn't a tail slap.
Natural 20, boys.
Minus a D4.
Oh, minus a D4.
Ah, the
Minus
old,
a D4.
the old Dravos.
Does that?
I don't know if it stops it.
I don't
It
think
doesn't
it- I don't
change.
think
It
it does.
doesn't change the fact that it's a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just lowers the number.
Yeah.
21 piercing
Well,
damage.
but yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I'm assuming.
We
I'm
good.
assuming that looks like a pretty significant blow.
Also,
Yes.
concentration.
I rolled a 16 concentration.
Okay.
We're good.
Nice.
And then it's
I am,
going
however,
to
quite bloodied.
swing itself around, its tail breaking the rock behind it, and it is going to spew a ball of fire at you. Ronan, what is your AC?
My AC? 16.
Alright. Misses as you dodge to the side. It sinks harmlessly into the water behind you. Zed, you're up.
Now, James, I would heal you, but med kits are not allowed,
It's
Mm.
true.
and that's all I have.
No, thanks for the explanation. I appreciate that.
With
I
my
would
main
heal you, I
hand,
just don't want to.
with my main hand, I'll throw a dagger.
Okay.
Don't forget to
Uh,
turn off disadvantage.
19. I did. Thank you.
+2, plus a bless.
Plus bless.
It
Do I need
is.
Okay, I was just gonna do after all.
Yep.
8 damage. I'll
Okay.
take that. And yeah, I'll. Jumping down here would probably be difficult terrain.
Yeah. Getting past that.
Okay, so I can move 35. So no. So 15's the most.
You would be able to like stabilize across it if you wanted to just get part way.
I just want to get adjacent, like
Um,
that. I'll just
make
go
it-
there. That's fine.
Yeah. Alright. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my
Okay.
turn. I'll switch my short sword to my main hand. Not gonna throw my
Okay.
short sword.
Good call. Isel, you're up.
All right. Motherfucker. I will run down and drop some heals on our boy.
I also am a paladin. I have heals as well.
I know, but you
You're also
also
martial.
should be able to hit pretty hard, and right
That's
now,
true.
that's what we need you to do.
That's true.
So,
I need to keep making concentration.
Welcome
Making my
to
concentration checks is what I need to do.
your attack should do more than my 1d6 plus 4.
I do 1d10 plus like 5. So
That sounds better to me. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Arithmetic.
give you 15 health, and then I'm gonna retreat a little bit.
Thank
I'm
you.
not too keen on the idea of getting
Fireball.
blasted with an AoE again.
There's a cone.
You said 15, right?
Cones are AoE. Yeah,
Technically,
15.
Everything is AoE.
Okay, 30.
It stands for area. Like,
Sanguisani.
bullets have an area of effect that's just really fucking small.
It's technically true.
But not mechanically.
I
The
know.
best kind
game.
are true.
I'll just try for a Sacred Flame against it.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, 2 damage. That's a minus D4 on its save, though.
Good call, good call. It passes.
Alright, nothing. And is anybody still at Kurt?
I mean,
I'm at 37. I'm okay.
I'm a little burned, but I'll be alright, probably.
Party has a lot of healing.
I'm
I'm
almost
okay.
bloodied.
You're almost bloodied?
I'm almost bloodied.
Well,
I'm
then
not giving any numbers.
I'll throw a healing word at Ronan.
Sweet. Dope.
Plus another one for its level, so 8 health.
Nice. Thank you.
And that will be it.
Alright. Was Vice.
Yeah, we're gonna swing at him.
Yes.
Wham!
You're probably thrusting at him, technically.
Oh, that's true. That's
Still makes a little sense.
like the band. Wham! 21 to hit.
Make it big.
21.
21.
21 hits.
Cool.
Light Piercer.
Light Piercer. Let's see. It's 9 damage. And I think I'm gonna expend a slot to smite. Which is 2d8. For another
wanna
5
say-
damage. What?
5 damage. I was gonna say you don't want to save for more healing because the party needs 3 healers. I'm not
14
frustrated.
total.
14.
5 of that's fire, so that makes a difference.
It's probably.
And because of my spear, whenever I land an attack on an enemy with this weapon, the enemy is marked by a halo of light. The next creature that attacks that enemy has advantage on their attack.
Oh, I don't even need a Jason.
No, you don't. I got you, Zed.
Oh, happy.
Ronan, you're up.
Well, it's a good thing I'm the next thing to attack it.
You hit pretty fucking hard too. We're okay with that.
He pierces the
That's
wound
A-okay.
he pierces the wound that you slashed initially, Ronan, and you see Aisha's golden light kind of like reflect from it, and it guides your strike in after it.
18 to hit. All right.
All right.
Hold on.
Next attack.
And a 13. Okay. That is 6 damage, and I'm gonna move back this way. I'm gonna go over here.
All right, Flare, you're up. It turns after getting wounded by Ronan, and it lets out kind of like a squawk as you see the wound gash opening across its stomach and chest now, and more of Aisha's light kind of like expanding from it. What do you want to do?
She's gonna like hop one little bit at a time
Okay.
over here. Just kind of like she's like got her arms out trying to keep balance as she just like hops from one little rock to the next. Just kind of like humming a little tune to herself, and as she does that, she points a finger out to her right and just fires a first level magic missile like one shot every step. Like choo, 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 choo.
Damage.
I love
There it is. Hey, 17.
Man, yeah. You have
Good.
above average every roll so far.
How would you like to do this?
Oh,
Oh, really?
yeah. So she's like hopping along these rocks, just like firing 3 little magic bursts, and then she sees the little halo of light sort of dissipate, and she sees Ronan strike it, and she goes, and she just goes, oh, that's interesting. And then she sort of like carefully lines up the last one and just sends it straight into the wound, and it just like
Oh,
crystallizes.
dope.
Oh.
We need to keep a running count of magic missile kills in this fucking campaign.
In common, Zettel
I'm
just
already
like
keeping
look.
track of finger guns.
In common, Zettel like look up and yell out, "What was in that drink?" And then he'll go scrounge for his actual dagger out of the collected.
Upon seeing the beast like go down, Blair will just kind of look confused for a second, and then she'll like clap her hands, and she'll say, "Guys, we did it! And none of us died."
I must say, that part is a relief.
Isel, you're a lifesaver. Just like yanking my dagger out of his underbelly.
He just nods.
As this is happening, the crowd erupts in cheers, seeing this creature that's been terrorizing them go down, and by a group of outlanders is especially strange to them. You hear the announcer slowly telling the crowd to funnel out until the next event, and the same guards that led you guys in lead you back out. Once you reach like the lockers where all of your guys' stuff was.
Yeah, was.
Can I, before we leave, is it possible to like go up and kind of inspect like the mouth, like because I saw him breathe fire. Obviously, I felt him breathe fire. Can I like inspect the mouth to see like if we can gather any of like the whatever, if there's liquid or material or something like that?
Unfortunately, they like seem to be kind of taking ownership of that, Marisha. So like you could walk up and try to do it if you want, but like it seems like they're like kind of clearing you guys out. It's like not. It's clearly not your property, is all I'm saying. But you could walk up and just try to like take.
Yeah, I'm going to. As I start to take it, I'm gonna kind of say, well,
no,
me.
they stop you like 10 feet before you even reach. Because like the other guards are like showing you guys out. So like you can talk to them. You can talk to the ones that stop you if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll say you may not follow religion or put your money in faith, but my patron is very fond of fire, let's say, and that beast's fire is very interesting. If I could just have a look, investigate it for a moment.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, Paladin's got charisma.
I got worried about where that was going for a second. I was like, James, they specifically told
James, don't fuck it.
26.
What'd you get?
26.
They look at each other and they look back to the one who's kind of like the leader, and then all three of them look back to you, and then one of them looks past you to Isel and says, "What did he say?"
I'm assuming we haven't been shoot away yet.
Like they're actively motioning you guys to the door, but
yeah,
like, they do call out to you because you're the only one that speaks the language.
I would turn and respond and tell them we have never seen a beast like this. He wishes to inspect the part of it that allowed it to breathe fire at us. If you would allow it.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
And act like I'm helping. I'm going to say, I mean, we did kill it after all.
Technically,
you don't know what I'm saying.
No, I know, but I think I'm helping.
Oh no, I was just saying.
he'll look to you and he'll shrug and he'll say, "Fine, if your friend wants to burn his hand off, he can."
Thank you. And I'll say to Voss, he wishes me to inform you that it is quite possibly very dangerous. But if you wish.
I would say, well, it's quite obviously very dangerous, but I just wish to inspect it. It is interesting. Creatures such as this should not be able to produce its own flame.
Hold on. You should consult Flare. It's her kill.
Flare's like,
Why do you?
So now the whole party is
He will
stopped,
sigh.
and the
Voss
crowd
will sigh.
the whole party has stopped because this conversation started, and the crowd has like basically cleared out, and all these guards are just like looking at you guys like, seriously, like, I'm off at 6. And what is going on? But nobody's stopping anything at this point.
Flare is standing next to one of the guards. Like, she just kind of moved over there, and she's been like stretching and like cracking her knuckles, and she'll say, "I haven't had a good fight like that in a long time. You know, there's actually this movie I saw on the net that was just like it." And then she just like goes into it, regardless of what you say.
And kind of like
he doesn't understand you.
Mm-hmm.
And to myself say, bureaucracy at its finest.
Yeah, as all this is happening, Zed will just pull out a cigarette and just examine the room.
Perhaps we can learn more about this beast from the ranger. We are here to...
Zed, when you pull out the cigarette and start
Does
to
everyone yell at me?
yeah, no, like multiple guards immediately start shaking their heads.
I'll close it and like.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I apologize.
Do you say that to me,
I
Isel?
interrupted you.
You saying that?
yeah.
Okay. I will look at him and I'll say, I have recently become very interested in fire, as you might know, and this is not the same kind of fire as Aisha wields. I'm just curious.
All right, you want to walk up and inspect it?
Yes.
All right. So you walk up to it. Go ahead and make a strength check to open its mouth for me.
Natural 20.
All right. Yeah, you easily force its mouth open. Looking inside, go ahead and make a medicine check or a nature check.
I think nature's might be better. No, they're the same. 14.
14?
Yeah. 15 minus 1.
Looking through it, you have trouble even telling where the fire came from.
Okay.
There's no like,
All right.
there's no like glowing sacks or anything like that. You don't know a ton about this kind of thing. Just like a messy, bloody, broken mouth to you.
Okay.
But if
Cool,
you,
why can't-
if you what? I'm sorry, what?
I was just saying, if I don't really learn anything, I'll just kind of like act like I'm looking more, and I'll kind of like break the jaw a little bit more open, and just as kind of like a display of strength, and then be like just kind of toss it down.
They just all kind of wince and think you're gross.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to do anything with it? Does anybody else want to try to help him inspect for the sacks?
No.
Nope.
I'll help him.
I don't deal with sex.
Make a medicine or a nature check.
Better.
So looking around in the mouth, you know a little bit more about this kind of thing, and you do find in at like the back of the bottom set of teeth, you do find on each side what appear to be almost like small tube-like openings. So you know that the sacks have to be in like the neck area somewhere, but it's pretty thick and it's plated, and it doesn't really denote. There's nothing to really denote where they are in there. They're like,
Okay.
but these would probably lead down to wherever it was. You would just have to start like
digging your way
performing
through
surgery
it.
on its throat.
Well,
For sure.
At least
I mean,
I'll point it out to Voss.
Okay. I'll say, that's fascinating. Maybe, and he'll kind of like look like he's like kind of like thinking really hard, and he'll kind of like mentally jot down like the tubes leading to like sacks, like presumed sacks of some kind of liquid or substance. He'll say nothing in particular at the moment, but maybe I can use this to channel Aisha's fire in some way down the line. I don't know. It's just a fleeting thought. Through my weapon, through my hands, through something that can be worn. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, maybe we can make something.
Interesting nonetheless, no.
I just haven't seen
That's all.
before.
That's
All right.
yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in the arena?
I'm still talking to the guard about the movie I saw.
As all of you gather yourselves and go inside where the guards are beckoning you, Isel, you notice Flair just talking this guard's ear off, not noticing that everyone's leaving.
So,
Gotcha.
All right, everybody goes inside.
Good
Once you guys reach the lockers, you find all of your stuff exactly where you left it. The coordinator appears again, and sorry, I got a text message. And he smiles, kind of almost with surprise at all of you, and nods his head, and he says, he turns to you, Isel, and he says, "You and your friends did well. And of course, a prize for your day." And he beckons forth a couple more Averins who kind of step up, and they lay down a small covered object, and then he pulls back the the sheet that's over it, and you guys see in front of you a kind of like a decorative glass filter of some kind, and it is full of water.
Flair's eyes light up. She says, "Oh, what does this do?"
before we get into that,
Were they speaking in Averin or
Averin.
Galactic Trades?
I say I know the one who convinced us to fight was speaking in common, because Isel wasn't there when we were talking to him.
Oh yeah,
There was one.
You're right. He was speaking common. So yeah, he's saying this to all of you. I apologize.
Okay.
Galactic.
Does he still address me, or does he address one of them?
He kind of addresses everyone. He kind of like works his way through you as he's speaking.
Gotcha.
Before we go, Isel, what was the name of that?
The name of what?
The drink you got? Yeah, I just asked for the strongest.
I didn't. Yeah, I did. I would say, I'm afraid I did not ask.
Okay. What's in your strongest drink?
The Averins have a lot of strong drinks.
If someone would walk up and ask for the strongest drink, what would that be?
Perhaps it would be better to ask the bartender from whom I bought it.
Did you walk up to the bar and ask for the strongest drink?
It was I.
Oh, okay. See. Did he perchance know that you were asking for it for your Gaian friend here?
I cannot say. It is possible.
Like, realize what's happening, as he said.
Yes. Oftentimes when outsiders come in, they like to prank them sometimes at the bar, especially if they're Gaians. And then he'll kind of look at you, Zed, and he'll say, "Obviously, you're Gaian, so you know why."
Yeah, I gotcha.
What a fucking asshole.
I was like, yeah, he's not upset about
it's
it.
not you.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's your people.
Gotcha.
So it's possible. He added some. Like there's a lot of different kinds of goos on Avara, and did it seem thick?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed thick.
With 2 C's.
I'd just say no red meat for a few days.
Yeah, he's just gonna roll his eyes.
No red meat.
Like-
But what the fuck does that mean?
He's just gonna roll his eyes, tie off his boot.
As I was saying, this prize has been set aside for the winner of this evening's bout. It's a magical relic of some kind. Sorts. Can be
Oh.
very useful.
I'll kind of like look
Not
around
to
the group and
mention
I'll say,
beautifully crafted.
I'll say, I've never seen anything quite like this.
Wasn't I mean, remind me because of what I just went through. Wasn't it a credit reward?
Well, it was worth in credit, but I'm sure if this isn't what is wanted, we could come to some kind of
I
Right
didn't
at
say
the mouth.
that.
Voss-
No. This is
Uh,
definitely
speak
what
up.
we want.
Yeah, Voss will
I
speak up and say,
didn't
well, well, wait a minute. If we have a breather, if we are going to take a
Where's-
breather,
Flair's like hovering very close to it, just like staring
It's-
at it.
I'm not ungrateful. It's just not what I expected.
Does anybody in this party even have Identify?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I would love to cast it if I get the chance.
I mean, he's not going to stop you. It's your guys'. It's your
Gotcha.
prize.
I mean, is he still holding it?
No. They laid it on a table in front of
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
you. Are you casting Identify?
Yes. Oh boy.
oh shit.
Oh boy. That's so useful.
Oh, it's not endless mayonnaise. Dang.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
That's so cool.
That's pretty dope.
If we want to prank people, we can give them salt water too. Awesome.
Perfect.
Or if you just want to get a bunch of people sick,
That too.
you just hold them down and you pour the salt water.
You said I
Oh,
got
so-
you.
At that
Torture
point-
implement.
So
Torture
villain
implement.
campaign?
Nobody said we're not villains
Maybe.
yet.
Wait, we're not playing villains?
Flair's a villain?
Would Flair know if we were or weren't?
That is very
No, I wouldn't either. So, no.
Alright.
Shane actually has no moral compass.
No, I don't. I consider
he's a
myself
great
more neutral
actor.
because I hate everyone equally, but that's not the point. Yeah, so Flair will study it for a minute as people are talking. And like after a minute, like her eyes will go super wide and she'll start clapping and she'll say, "Oh, I've seen one of these. Colette tried to make one time, but it destroyed half the lab. This one's probably much better." That's all she says.
Care to share exactly what it is?
This doesn't take attunement, right, Matt?
Nope.
It does not require attunement.
Okay,
It's a
she's
party
gonna
item.
she's gonna pick it up and take off the stopper, and she's gonna point it. She's gonna point it like in a direction where there's nobody or nothing in particular, and she's gonna say, "Watch this," and then she'll say, "Geyser," and then just.
Yeah. So she does that, and it explodes as this water starts just pouring out all over this locker room, and
She's just giggling madly.
The
I'm gonna
director,
back off and make
the
sure my
dir-
boots don't get wet. It's like,
the director of the arena quickly throws up a hand and puts it over yours and pushes it down, or actually he just kind of like tips it up so it'll stop.
Yeah.
And he'll turn to the rest of you and he'll say, "Perhaps best not left in the hands of a child."
yeah, I trust your judgment. He's gonna
She
look
earned
at
it.
you.
All of his
See
guards
what
are like
she can do,
shaking,
right?
shaking water off of their bodies, and he's going to say, "Yes, I can see why you trust her."
She'll put the stopper back in, and she'll say, she'll kind of like hold it up to whoever's closest, and just with a big smile on her face, she'll say, "Endless water, water forever. That means we can take a bath anywhere."
Yeah.
It is pleasant to be able to shower whenever you would like.
Right?
That's just gonna look at both of you like, what the fuck?
Just
Boss
because
will-
we've
Boss
gone
will
days
kinda,
without
like-
showers doesn't mean I like going days without showers.
Yeah, he didn't
Boss
say
will
it.
kinda,
He's
like-
like looking like, what the fuck is happening?
Voss will put his hand on his chin and kind of like look over all the guards and say, and kind of like say whoever's the closest and say, we might have to start putting locks on the doors on the Valentine.
Oh, it locks. It just
Hopefully.
Gross.
Oh, what are you getting at? Did you just say?
Well, as
That's
I
not how I
recall-
would like to be woken up.
As I
That's all.
recall,
Gotcha.
it is up to the captain, and I'll just clap my hand on Flair's shoulder.
She'll kind of like she's like looking down at the decanter, and then she looks up at you when you say captain, and she'll kind of like straighten up and put it under one arm and say, "Yes, captain. And as captain, I say we shower every day."
That was just for.
We shower.
But yes, we should shower every day.
And she just looks extremely happy with herself.
All right. Was there anything else you needed from us? The evening show is over. We'll be closing down soon.
You have any more
What
of
was
those
the name
beasts?
of the ranger that the bartender mentioned?
Oh, I have it. Leaf collector.
Right.
Yeah, she'll
Actually
look at
pronounced
the.
life collector.
Sure. She'll look at the. She'll look at the Everin and say, "Do you have any more of those big beast things?"
Well, not today, but I'm sure we'll have another soon.
She like still kind of like holding it with both hands under one arm. She'll look around at everybody innocently and say, "So we do this again tomorrow?"
I think we're gonna go.
I do believe we have another task in hand.
We spent 2 weeks on Averin
Perhaps on
doing
the way
Yeah,
back.
I think this is
monster of the
your.
week
This is your mission, right?
farming.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
The
As you
bartender
guys-
said that this leaf collector would be quite easy to tell apart from the others.
Oh, yes. I'm sure that if you had been in the stands and not on the battlefield, you would have immediately noticed her. She started a fight or two, as always.
He's gonna look to. He's gonna look to Ronan, just kind of half smiling.
I would imagine she's back at the treehouse since your victory, and drinking and starting fights as always.
I can't wait to meet her.
Yes.
Blair will
I'm
say-
sure.
Blair will
Perhaps
Blair
take her
will-
home with you.
Blair will like
Just,
nudge
laugh
Ronan
just like that.
with her elbow and say, "Maybe she's thirsty."
Yes, that'll audibly laugh just like that.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know
Flair?
what it means, Ronan.
She holds up the decanter and she says, "It makes water, Ronan."
I know what it means, and I think at this point I'm just going to ask all of you to leave.
Flair starts skipping away with the decanter.
Perhaps follow that one. She's bound to cause problems.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for everything.
Of course. And as
Yeah,
all of
so
you guys follow Flare back out to the treehouse, having defeated Eryctimus, I think we should go ahead and take our break.
Alright.
And when we come back, you guys can try to find the leaf collector into the treehouse.
your party sees the large open bar area, and it is pretty much full of drunk partying Averins. What would you guys like to do?
Make a perception check. Let's see if
I would make a perception check, but Flair is too busy.
What is Flair doing?
Flair is like
spraying water everywhere.
She's definitely drank a gallon of water so far.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness.
Are you actually spraying water everywhere?
No, but she's like opening it and like trying to just get like she's trying to control how much water comes out of it, even more so than like what you can do. So she's trying to get like a cup of water out of it, but
Isel and Zed, both of you notice near the center of the bar, there's groups of these kind of like earthen tables where people are playing like various bar games and stuff. And you notice a female Averin slap away the hand of a male Averin who had started running it up her tail, and she turns and she curses at him in Averin, and then
I'm really sorry, my Wi-Fi gave out and I had to switch back, so I missed everything you just said.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, I'm only midway through it. So the two of you notice that there is a female Averin basically causing a scene near the center of the treehouse, where she's kind of like viciously berating a male Averin in Averin. It sounds like he maybe like touched her and he shouldn't have to you, Isel, but you're not quite getting all of it.
What was her name? Fallen Leaf?
Leaf Collector.
Leaf Collector
Was the name.
And her, like, she has, like, markings that match the description.
Yes.
I think I
Alrighty.
would just call out Leaf Collector and then like look to Isel and look back to her.
You see her smack him across the face with her backhand and then cock her head and shift her eyes towards all of you. And then she just kind of stands up straight and brushes her hands together. And then, Zed, you notice her reach for a drink that looked similar to your drink and begin sipping at it as she's watching you guys.
I'll bat my hand behind Isel to make him go for it.
I was gonna start heading forward anyways.
I know, but I want to do the, like,
I like it. I will approach her.
Alright.
She doesn't do anything until I walk up, right?
She just kind of eyes the strangers and drinks as she watches you guys approach.
Okay. Is it just Zed following me?
I mean, I'm following Zed.
Yeah, I would have followed you guys.
Okay. I'll approach, and then Averin, I'll say, if what I gathered from what you had to say to that man is correct, I believe you and my friend Ronan would get along just fine.
All I hear is my name.
She'll look down at you curiously, and she'll say, your Averin is quite good.
Though I lack experience, I have studied your people extensively. From what I have read, your planet has much to offer a visitor seeking adventure.
I had thought this might be where this was going. She looks back up, and specifically her eyes fall on Flair, and I believe Ronan, who also took armor from the League, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't take anything from.
You just
But you
have
wear League stuff
Yeah.
in general.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the fight you did. Never mind.
And she says, I had hoped not to see any more of your kind here. Not after those that had to be left behind in the Green Lord.
Had to be left behind.
Is she speaking in Galactic?
Oh yeah,
She
that's
switched
right.
to, she did actually switch to Galactic Trade Speak.
Okay.
Started addressing all of you. I apologize.
Okay. Then I
So
do
that,
say
the
that.
last half of that, yeah.
Okay.
She looks to you, and Voss, and she nods her head. Go ahead and make insight checks.
Yes, sir.
What
Yeah.
race was the guy who?
Tyrion or Irian
yeah.
Starry-Eyed. He's
Yeah.
Gaian.
Okay, that's fine.
1.
Everyone but Voss immediately picks up on a sense of guilt coming from her. She straightens up and she puts her drink down after killing the bottom half of it. Swallowing hard, she puts it down and she says, "Let me be polite. I am Melina Vas Kasbahanas, Leaf Collector, 6th Ranger." And she gives you guys a short bow.
You have anything we can call you in like a quick scene of action?
She just told us her name, Zed.
That's not what I'm saying. Say I was getting fired at, I need to call out to you. What would I call you?
Melina is fine.
Thank you.
I am
You two-
Isel.
Oh, sorry. I am so sorry. Keep going. Keep going. I want to hear it.
No, I was just gonna introduce
Okay,
myself.
that is it. Oh, okay. She'll nod her head to you, and you'll see her throw up her hand to order another drink. She will say, about two weeks ago, I think some of your fellows came through here. As a ranger, I often take payment into the Green Lord for those adventurous, often stupid. Some associates of yours wanted to reach a wild town, those that live the old life, a place called Chaldra. I led them there, but when they wanted to continue deeper, it is against what I am willing to do, and they would not take no for an answer. So yes, I left them in Chaldra. But not because I wanted to. Because they were led by a fool.
He is a Gaian of some renown.
Claire will
Would not be
scrunch her
surprising
face.
for him to bite off more than he could chew.
She turns and she looks at you, Isel, and she says, "All Gaians think they're of some renown."
Yeah. That'll
I just shoot
just
side eyes at Zed.
that'll just laugh. I couldn't agree with you more. What are you drinking there?
She'll look to it and she'll say, Mungum. I can't even say it. I spelled it out, and I was like, I can't even say that. Mungus goo.
Mungus goo.
You shouldn't try it. It'd probably kill you.
I already tried it, and it damn near killed me.
That explains that explains all the vomiting in the arena. Then
Yeah, that wasn't very fun. But
Nor is
you
it a
know,
typical part of our combat routine.
thank you.
Flair will take a step forward with a furrowed brow, and she'll say, with all due respect, Irian Starry-Eyed is worth his salt. He's seen more than his share of dangers. I believe he will probably be just fine. And then she'll kind of like realize something, and she'll say, "Oh, where are my manners? My name is Flair. I represent the League here, and my friends have come to help us. We were hoping that you could give us at least some information on how to get there.
You can't just get to Chaldra. I mean, I saw you out there with Erictimus, so I know you can handle yourselves, but the paths are dangerous and they're hard to follow. It is a wild land. It's hard to find somewhere to sleep where something won't eat you. So...
What would it take for you to get us there? You don't have to come with us into Chaldra.
Honestly, that doesn't sound too different from Emeritus Station.
She'll
I mean, he's not wrong.
she'll look at you. She'll look at you and she'll say, "What is this Emeritus Station?"
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm sorry. I'm one of those self-interested guys. I'm Zed.
I can tell.
I would say
You guys are always oozing with something.
Not unlike your drink.
Boss has kind of been like quiet this whole time, kind of watching the interaction with her and trying to gauge, like, because his insight was so bad. He's like, I don't get this chick, and I'll say, I'm Voss Vias, and I am just interested in things in general. What does that get me, in your opinion?
Probably dead.
And say, that is an interesting answer.
It's funny considering your situation, Voss.
I would say, I couldn't have said it better myself. Said
Curiosity killed the
He's just
drug.
chuckling. Zed is loving them.
So, Melina, my offer still stands. What would it take for you to take us there?
It's not about reaching Chaldra. Chaldra is a fairly standard location to take explorers when they come here, especially ones that are stupid enough to come unprepared. It's what your friend spoke of searching for. There is indeed a lost city out there past Chaldra. And it is a dark place we don't go. And he refused to not.
He is quite stubborn.
While I'd like to lead all of you out there to ease my conscience for what happened with his party, I can't help but feel I'm making the same mistake.
If it will help ease your conscience, our goal is not the same as his. We have simply been sent to gather information. If we can determine what happened to him, we will be content with that.
What would you, for flair's sake, what would you recommend for preparation?
Water, Al.
Water would help. You can't just drink anything out here.
Check. He'll like do an imaginary check.
I would say that you would need a lifetime's experience.
Check.
I think we pretty much all have that, right?
I was
She
thinking
looks
I would
totally
say
sincere when she says that.
I was thinking to say
Yeah.
over. Probably I would be talking over Zed and whoever.
Yeah, go ahead.
And say, let's. I think it would be in your best interest to help us, just because they're just going to send more people down, more and more people down, and the faster that this is resolved, the less times you will be bothered by the League and asked to do something that you and your people are too afraid to do. I don't know if that's the right reason, but helping us is going to help you. I can guarantee you that.
And if we
Sorry,
die,
Jack?
it will not be on your conscience. It will be on ours. And she'll give a huge grin.
Look, you saw them out there. They carried me fine. You know? Then I won't be dead weight this time.
I don't think we should pretend that we are more powerful and more experienced and gifted than the party that went in before us, but we do have the knowledge that even with their power and experience, they did not come back. So we have an advantage in one way.
Flare, make a persuasion check with advantage. She'll nod her head and say, "Fine. I'll gather the supplies we'll need, and I'll lead you to Chaldra, but I will not lead you past that. And I hope you keep in mind that some things from the past should stay in the past."
Claire's just gonna like study that
Yeah, can I insight that?
for a while. Sure. More like she's comparing that to like every tenant the league has, which is uncover the past at all costs.
She sounds
Yeah, I was
truthful.
like, that seems problematic given the people that we are working for currently.
Voss will kind of sigh when she says that and stroke his chin and kind of say, well, but you have gone out into the wilds many times for coin or for adventure or for whatever reason you have. Have you not used information from past trips to make current and future trips easier and safer?
Flare will turn to look at Voss and say, well, she speaks of a different kind of past. More like secrets, things that have been buried by time. And then she'll kind of look at Melina.
She'll just nod her head silently.
So, fair enough.
Now, what's your rate? We'll pay you. Just take us out there. Don't worry about it. If we die, we die.
I clearly see you've been listening to everything I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeez.
You all should take the day and rest. Meet me here in the morning, and I'll have everything ready to go.
Perfect. Still didn't get your rate.
Flare's gonna like bump Zed with her elbow, and then she'll bow to Melina and say thank you, Leaf Collector. We'll see you in the morning.
I'll bow after I get bumped.
It was like not subtle at all.
She'll just nod slightly and then turn her back to you guys and start drinking her drink.
See, guys, everything's fine.
See, Ronan, everything's fine.
Yeah, Ronan, see?
Right.
Well,
Where are we staying for the night?
We could just stay on the Valentine.
You could just stay on the Valentine.
Or we could go camping.
The Valentine is in orbit.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. We took a shuttle
down here.
It would be killing the rest of your day going back to it and then coming back down again.
That's right. We took a shuttle down.
I think we stay and enjoy the fact that we won a battle and maybe a few hearts in this strange place. Let's have a drink. Not the kind that you had, Zed.
Yeah, no thanks.
It didn't seem particularly difficult.
What, the
True.
monster? It's plenty difficult for me. He'll
happen
smile
when
as
you're
he says it. Yeah. I think it was.
Flare's gonna like wave her hands in excitement. She's gonna say, did you see how fast that thing went down? And then she's gonna like look down at Izel and she's gonna say, Izel, there's this movie on the net that I have to show you. It's so great. It had a monster that looked just like that and it breathed fire, and she just goes on. And she starts like
What is-
pantomiming the various scenes in the movie.
Isel, they don't like Gaians here. Go, can you, figure out where we can stay?
Be happy to be of assistance.
My thanks.
And I will head, or I guess try and get the attention of the bartender, because she was at the bar, right? Leaf collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and get the attention.
Yeah.
Are we at the same bar that we?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
It's like a really big bar that kind of services the area around it. So, like, this is pretty much the place you come in the Biodome to drink.
Gotcha.
So, there aren't like competing bars.
But you said there were like
So I need to
multiple like
pick up
actual
Isel.
bars inside
Yeah.
or like at this place, right?
Yeah.
I meant
because
like, is
it's
it the
so
same
big.
one?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like the main one that's on the
Okay,
center,
gotcha.
in the center area. You get a different bartender this time. A little bit older looking male Averin. He walks up and greets you, asks you if you want anything to drink.
Yes, please. I forget what I ordered earlier for like everyone else.
I think you just said like something lighter. I remember you said like give me your strongest drink and then something not as strong or something like that.
Right. 6 drinks for me and my friends, please.
No, of course. He moves to get those drinks for you guys. Brings them back shortly after. It costs like 23 credits.
I will pay it.
And all of you have one of those fairly light, sweet like honey, alcoholic beverages in front of you that you got in the last session.
Like Averin.
Sweet like honey.
Did they have any sandwiches, Isel?
It's got that Averin CBD oil in it.
Hair of the Averin that bitch.
Ooh, baby.
I did not ask. Would you like me to?
I'll go with you. And she just like gets up and starts walking very quickly over there.
Very well.
You get
Isel keep her on target. I like to run.
Right.
Are you saying that after we left? Or
Yes.
before? Okay.
Like
I
the
will
blind
kind of be
leading the
sitting-
blind.
Kind of out of nowhere, Boss will go, help me understand, why have there been so many jokes at your expense said in this place? Not just at your expense, I guess, but at Gaians in general. I don't...
Gaians are a brash, overconfident people. And he'll like wave his arms like this. And a lot of people don't like us expanding our satellites and whatnot. We bring a lot to the table, a lot of innovation and whatnot, but also people don't like Gaians. So you gotta deal with it. It's fine.
I have met a few Gaians, and not all are like that.
You're right, but they probably haven't met that many Gaians. Probably way less than you, actually. And they only have to go off reputation.
The worst things done to me were done by Gaians.
And I'll just point.
Zed's alright.
I'll point as she says that, and as she says that's alright, I'll pull my finger back. I'm like,
I would say, well, I know of some Dekeln that have done some pretty atrocious things based on misguided logic and information. It is just, I guess I do not understand why it is so forthright here.
my guess is they just haven't seen too many Gaians, so they only get to go off the folklore. It's fine. You run into it every now and then.
Well, we'll just have to have Zed leave a good impression.
I mean, I won't. Yeah, that's all I
Let's not get carried away.
He was rather entertaining in the arena. Not for us in the arena, but for the bystanders.
I mean, if it wasn't me, I'd be laughing. And he'll like chuckle as he says it.
I'll kind of like look confused, like that's like a really obvious circular statement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the fuck did you say that? But
yeah, no, I guess. Yeah.
Cutting over to our two sandwich seekers.
Sandwich squad.
Sandwich seeker.
You guys make it back to the bar. You find the same Averin kind of wiping down the table with his Averin ShamWow. And what would you guys like to say?
Do you guys have any sandwiches? She's like both hands on the bar, like not really leaning forward, but she's like trying to be larger than she is.
We don't have a ton of off-world stuff. We could make you a few basic things. Unless you wanted us to go traditional, then we have quite the menu.
What's your tastiest thing?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a matter of opinion. I guess we could work up a plate if you want to try a few different ones.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. That'll be like 19 credits.
Done. She'll slap down 19 credits.
All right, we'll walk into your table. How many sandwiches? One for each is what I was assuming.
She's gonna look down at Isel for a minute, and then back up in heaven, she'll say 2 for each.
Wait, what did you say?
2 for each.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I believe 1 will suffice. Like, to the bartender, like, not even to Flair.
I'm a little...
Flair's probably walked away at this point.
I'm a little... Alright, sounds good. She didn't pay enough for that anyways.
Her eyes are often bigger than her stomach. Or all of our stomachs.
Starborns don't have stomachs, so...
We'll bring them to your table.
Thank you very much.
That's it. You guys head back over.
Yeah.
Do you get the sandwiches and the rooms, or just the sandwiches?
We got better than sandwiches. They're gonna give us a taster tray.
Isel?
Was I supposed to get rooms as well? I genuinely didn't hear that, so... If someone mentioned it to Isel, Ian didn't hear it.
They actually sent you guys up there to ask about finding a place to stay, and then Flair was like, let's ask about sandwiches.
I'm just gonna look to Zed and say, like I said,
it can't be me.
The blind leading the blind.
It can't be me, Ronan. It's gotta be you or Voss.
My eyes work just fine, Ronan.
That's true. Actually,
perhaps we can inquire about rooms.
Have I noticed any... Sorry, you keep going.
When they bring our food. That's all.
Have I noticed anyone being afraid of Sanguisan or the normal, like, intimidation he has? Or have they just been treating him like they treat someone on anywhere?
All of you are getting looks because... like they're just not used to outsiders being there in general. There are considerably less people here that seem to be afraid of Sanguisan's presence, though.
Okay, then yeah, I'll say,
it's a big boy.
Ronan, you're gonna have to go ask about Voss or Sanguisan. Sanguisan, you don't get a lot of social interaction.
Well, those places I tend to stay to myself.
Go there.
Maybe you can leave a good impression for your people here.
I'm sure they already have one.
Okay.
I'll go up and ask, though, about rooms if you wish.
At this point, a tray of sandwiches comes around. They do eat meat. but most of the dressings on it seem to be alien to you. You also notice that all of the sandwiches are wrapped in like kind of like a lettuce type thing. They don't use bread. So
Flair will light up and she'll say, "These look delicious. How much?"
You already paid for them, right?
I think you already paid for them with me earlier.
Yeah, he's gonna like look to that guy and be
Wasn't that for the tray thing though?
He's gonna turn across and look at you.
Barbies don't make Barbies. Ian, you're the most distracting, non-distracting person I've ever.
He's gonna turn. He's gonna turn to you, Isel, and he's going to kind of half whisper, "Is she just crazy, or?"
I believe she's just eccentric.
And hungry. She's just gonna pick up a sandwich.
It's just
right.
calling somebody crazy with extra steps.
Well, I'm gonna head out now. If you need anything else, just call up to the bar.
Well, before you go, I do believe we wish to stay here if you have rooms.
There are treehouse suites. They're 45 credits a night.
Will we need more than one for the?
I mean, we're not going to tell you how to live your lives.
No, but he means how many.
The suites come
How
with two
large is your
sleeping
treehouse
areas.
suite?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. How many?
Two beds.
2 beds. I'm gonna look to Ronan. Good.
That sounds amenable.
All right. 3 rooms. Is that doable?
That's been the strategy so far.
Sounds good to me.
Everyone's so quiet right now.
Well, I'm asking the guys. 3 rooms.
I was
doable?
just-
Oh,
notes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
yes.
you were talking to the party and
Oh,
making
no.
sure everybody was okay with that plan.
Yeah.
Yes, we have 3 rooms available.
I'm gonna look to the rest of the group. Good.
Perfect. Perfect.
Good.
Works for me.
You guys are okay with heights, right?
I'm gonna look to Ronan and be like,
Sure.
yeah, we're good, right?
How high is the ceiling?
Remember the last time we were in a high rise? That worked out pretty well.
There's no ceiling. It's like an open area.
Yes.
Solid.
Though I don't imagine this one has 20 floors that we have to fight through.
I'm gonna look to the guy.
It doesn't have 20 floors that you're gonna have to fight through.
I'm gonna
Oh,
look back
thank
to Ronan
goodness.
with my hands out.
Meta
Alright, I'm gonna go now because you guys are freaking me out.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. He walks away.
After he walks away, I'm gonna say to like the party, we seem to have that effect on a fair amount of people.
I mean, we got what we wanted, and he got out of here ASAP, right?
Tree houses are basically camping.
Is there anything else you guys want to do here before you go to your rooms for the night? Just chill here during the day.
I would continue
Eat
basically
lettuce
recanting.
wraps.
I'd recant scene by scene that movie for Isel.
I'm gonna look through the lettuce wraps for any red meat because I'm gonna take that heat very seriously.
By the time Flair's about halfway through recounting the scene by scene of the movie, like 3 or 4 like kind of jockey male averants have come over and started like telling the story with her.
Yes. And she gets up and she's like acting out all these scenes.
And after that's over, as you guys are on to your next round of drinks, Flair's looking at 3 different sets of contact information left by these jockey averins for her, and I would imagine not understanding the exact context.
No,
Let's
she
roleplay that.
assumes that they're going to like meet up for like a book club, like a movie club type of thing.
All of them were like, "Oh, let's just come over and we'll watch it."
Yeah. She tells them all that she would love that.
Fucking hell.
It's not our room.
Jersey Chasers of space.
I'll cover the room.
All three.
No, just mine.
I'll cover it. Yeah, I'll cover one. It's fine.
I'll cover ours, Iso, since you were so kind to buy us snacks.
Gracias.
All
I
right.
don't know
Wait,
what that
didn't you
means.
buy the sandwiches?
Yeah, but you bought the drinks, which were slightly more expensive.
That's what she meant, the drinks.
As I slowly chip away at your guys' credits with the economy. in this world.
And I think that 350 I had left after getting the jump boots is just slowly dwindling.
Yeah, mine's dwindling
bit by
too.
bit.
It's okay. You're each gonna get 1,000 credits if you get through this.
That could be weeks away. We don't know.
No, you're all probably gonna die.
Hey, at least we can
Alright.
use those jump jets. now.
Eventually, all of you find yourselves in your treehouse suites, high up in the canopy of the trees, taken up by short or long these like long wide plant frond platforms that kind of like raise you guys up to your suites, and they're actually quite open, stocked with food and drink and everything you would need, and you guys can actually like sit and like dangle your feet off the edges if you want and stuff. It is very treehousey, and you guys can see each other from your separate. Like each of your suites are only a couple 100 feet away.
Yeah. Dangle my feet
Just
off
up on the canopy, you can look down and you can see more rough housing is started in the open area far below. People are still drinking, and
Flair would like sitting next to Isol. Flair will because you see the stars, right? You said there's no ceiling.
it's you can
Or is
see
it
the
like
stars
jungle?
a little bit, but it's a pretty thick canopy. Their jungle is like huge.
Flair's gonna point out like where various constellations and planets would be. And she'll say it's probably right there, pointing to a palm frond or something.
Would that be under history or astrogation or something? Knowing that.
I think it could probably be either one.
Is she at all? Just
I mean,
out of
yeah,
curiosity.
she's
'Cause
proficient.
I am proficient in history.
I
Yeah.
think it could probably be either one.
She's proficient in astrogation, and as a starbinder, by using the constellations in the night sky, you can identify.
Oh
what
yeah, I
planet
forgot you
you're
were
on.
Starborn. You
Yeah.
probably just
Well,
Oh.
and she's a starbinder evoker. So, what does it give you exactly? The starbinder
It makes it so that I can identify what planet we're on by the constellations, but I assume that comes with a knowledge of constellations and how to read the stars and stuff.
I mean, you look at the constellation and you recognize it as a constellation that can be seen from Avara.
Yeah, so she'd be pointing those out and just spouting some random fact she read in a book or something.
Yeah. Alright. And with that, you guys rest.
I'd probably
Okay.
have a small conversation with Sanguisan before we go to bed. But
I would.
Oh, Flair would also just be randomly drinking water.
Terraform me real good, Justin. Capital One's always after my nuts.
Before going to bed, I would.
Justin's so polite though; he always asks before he tears it up for me. Even then, I'm just gonna be tear it up. All right, back in. Sorry.
Before going to bed, I would talk to my spirit friend.
Oh, absolutely. All right. You
Meditate.
spend 10 minutes, and you meditate. Give me 1 second. Want some different music for this? Alright. You meditate
Ja.
And you awake. You open your eyes, your spirit awakening in a dark patch of dense forest jungle. You feel cold. The foliage around you shuffles. You see red eyes burning through the grayscale of the ambient world around you. You hear growls. And then a voice. Leave this place. Did you get all that, Ian?
Yeah, sorry, I'm You are not who I expected to encounter here. Who are you?
Your spirit is not welcome here. Take your unnatural form and go, construct.
See. So it is my kind that are not welcome here.
Those who would intrude on our vision are not welcome here. Outsiders are not welcome here. And least of all, the future. Your kind are not welcome here.
And what is this vision that you believe I am set against?
Life. We were the beginning and you are the end. And we will not let that end come to pass.
Is this prophecy of which you speak?
It was not prophecy. It was watching this future come to pass. The king in the undergrowth has spoken. Be gone.
I will leave this place, but I hope that you are wrong.
The red eyes.
And then,
Yeah. The red eyes start to drop away from the foliage, and you return to your body.
Flare, you trance, right? So you're probably still awake.
Yeah, she's probably. Yeah, she's got like little glittery star stuff, like just kind of swirling around her. Her eyes are closed though.
Okay. Alright. Then I will rest.
Alright. The next morning, you guys awaken and gather together in the treehouse. You do not see Melina yet.
Isel, do you know if they have coffee here?
I didn't.
And where I would go about?
I don't know. Can I make a check?
Based upon the faculties of the planet, they probably have some kind of coffee equivalent, probably
Yeah.
more like a tea.
For sure.
So
I do not know if they have coffee per se, but I can inquire if they have something similar.
Yeah, would you do that while we...
So we've like met up in the bar downstairs then?
yeah,
Mhm.
you guys are
Okay.
like back in the big open area again.
Actually, you know what? I can't do it. They're just gonna spit in it. Yeah, could you do that for me?
Oh man.
I love it.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ask about it.
Yeah, they basically let you know exactly what you thought. They have like teas that provide energy boosts and that kind of thing. They don't really have like coffee. But they can definitely whip that up for however many people would like it.
Sure.
If you say thistle tea, I'm gonna punch you through the internet.
Thistle tea.
I'll order 6, yeah.
All right. Yeah. They whip those up for you, and you're able to take them back to the table. And on like a little wood tray that they give you.
I drink it.
Yeah.
I sent you a message, Matt. Okay.
I will definitely drink.
How much was it, Isel?
It was like for 6, it was like 18 credits.
Yeah, I'll send
18?
him 20.
Yeah.
I'll send him 20. Isel.
Okay.
Yeah, you paid him a walking fee.
Mm-hmm.
A tip.
All right, and all of you gather together to drink your tea. So you guys want to talk about it? Or you just want to wait for Melina?
Isel will say, something strange occurred last night. I believe it merits sharing with the group. Do you remember that first time we met in the truck, when I went quiet for a bit and then warned us just before the truck was attacked?
Saved
Quite helpful.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said that saved our butts.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember.
Though it is new to me, I have been meditating and communing with a spirit. The same one that aided us on the train.
The scientist lady,
Shoot.
right?
She was quite intimidating.
She was a
a
scientist,
nice-
right? I'm gonna look to Voss.
Is she a nice spirit?
What was that?
I said, is she a nice spirit?
She has been very kind to me. But, as I meditated last night, seeking to speak to her, I was unable to commune with her. Instead, I spoke to something darker. I do not know exactly what it was, but it warned me to leave this place It told me my spirit was not welcome here. And it told me our kind, and I'll look to Ronan, was not welcome here either. That we are the end of life.
The hell does that mean?
It would seem to me like you two are more an extension or advancement of life, not the end.
We can't give it, therefore we can't be the end. Rather, I guess it's only what we would be, an end.
Yeah, you know what he's getting.
Perhaps this dark spirit is the ancient past that Melina spoke. Something that she suggests remains buried.
It had occurred to me.
Either way, I don't think it should stop us. Although,
I'm gonna stop you right there. Ronan, how do you feel about this?
A creepy jungle spirit talking to a benign Nemetic? I don't know. A little disconcerted.
Well, I'm gonna pull out the second you want us to pull out.
Isol, this spirit that you speak to, and the one that we all saw, right? Why does she? And do not take this the wrong way, but why does she speak to you? And why do you speak to her? What is her significance? Who is she to you? And who are you to her?
That I cannot say.
I'm gonna insight check him.
I'll continue.
Isol, make a deception check.
Ooh. No metagame, boys.
Spicy.
I don't remember shit.
What'd you get?
I actually beat it. I got a 12. I didn't think I was going to get it.
What are you inciting Isol for?
I'm saying, when she says that she cannot say, is it because she won't say, or is it because she literally doesn't know?
I meant as in, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
I'll say, So if you don't know, then you wouldn't know why she can't be contacted here. This is a very, well, primitive is not the right word. This is a very, a world not very full of nemetics and your kind.
Matt, we haven't seen other nemetics here, right? Besides Duelist?
Pretty much just seen Averins.
Yeah, okay.
You've probably seen...
We've seen some nemetics, right? We've seen some Gaians, too.
Yeah, you've seen some Gaians. The nemetics were generally with the Gaians.
That's what I thought.
Out of all the species in the galaxy, or at least the playable species, the species that you've seen the next most after Averins here are Leonti.
Isol, I've never seen someone do what you do before. Do you have a good handle on this? Is this new to you?
All things are fairly new to me. But this is newer than most.
Okay, and you've never spoke to anyone besides the scientist lady?
I am unsure. My early attempts at meditation yielded different results.
I'm gonna look to Ronan. I'm okay with going forward, but if you want to stop, I understand. I'm behind you.
No, we should be fine. I don't believe in ghosts.
If you feel comfortable
called
with
itself,
Oh, go ahead.
It called itself the King in the Undergrowth. I believe it would be prudent to learn what we can about this
check that.
before we leave.
I'm proficient in history. Can I history check that?
Sure.
I will do that as well.
I mean, I guess I will too. I didn't do
Only
that
because
before.
I'm proficient.
I don't really expect to know.
I do history for a living, so I would
What?
hope.
I rolled a 19.
Yay.
All right. Flare. You remember reading something from one of Irian's Starry-Eyed's lengthy collection of biopics, volume 12 or 13. Another
Gilderoy Lockhart.
another archaeology exposition on Avara, and he mentioned finding some texts that he brought back to Lore Seeker Station that mentioned a historical figure that came to be called the King in the Undergrowth.
Would I have read any context on like whether it was a threat to the inhabitants of Avara, or if it was like worshipped, or both?
Hazy, but
Okay.
you know that they were a figure that did gather quite a large amount of followers, and you know that they were a figure who was a kind of like taint on the Green Lord happened because of the practice of the kind of powers that the King in the Undergrowth played with. There was darkness there.
Okay. Flare will kind of perk up upon hearing his name and say, hey, King of the Undergrowth. Where have I heard that? I think one of Irian's tomes that he wrote after his expeditions mentioned him. I want to say it's some sort of ancient being that caused some strife in the forest, but I don't remember exactly. Isel, if you're comfortable with it, I think you should continue trying to contact your spirit. Don't go too far, and don't let this King of the Undergrowth intimidate you. But it might be worth it to keep tabs on him or it, or whatever it is. She'll kind of give him a soft smile and like pat him on the shoulder. But don't exert yourself.
I do not know what information I could glean without specific questions to ask. I do not know if he would be receptive to answering them again.
Perhaps finding your spirit friend is more likely then.
I will try. But I am more eager now to leave this planet.
Can you call her forth? Can you call her forth here, or is that effectively shut off like your meditations?
I can call for aid from the spirit realm. If she is able to, I imagine she would come. Given that I was unable to communicate with her, I find it doubtful that she would.
Well, like Zed said, if any of you feel more threatened than we've been warned about, if you feel something unnatural, say the word and we'll pursue a different course of action. Are we all in agreement?
I'll fly us out of it. Well, Ronan, fly us out of here. The moment you don't feel safe. No judgment.
Sounds good. Is this worth bringing up to Melina? Would she have insight into this, do you think?
What's the worst that could happen?
I feel like she's just gonna tell us to not.
She says no, stops helping us, and alerts some kind of higher authority to someone who's contacting the jungle, the Undergrowth King. I'm just saying, we have not known each other very well, but for very long. But I was just commenting on a secret that, could help or hinder us, whether we, tell her or not. I do not know how to explain it.
I think you're on the track there. I think she'll just bail on us and whatever your spirit friend told you there.
That's the way I was leaning as well. I just wish to know your thoughts as well.
If this is what she wishes to keep buried, bringing it up would not be wise.
Perhaps we keep it under wraps for now then. But if it comes up, it might be worth asking.
Yeah. I'll just say I could maybe pry into it, but with that, I feel like just coming out with that would be too suspicious. We needed a setup to ask about it.
Ask about what?
What's this tea called?
She walks up behind you with a morning drink. Definitely appears to be the same drink she was drinking the night before. She's just ordered a new one as soon as she's woken up in the morning. She takes a sip and she looks down at you. Zed locks eyes with you. Thistle tea.
God damn it! God damn it! I don't even think they even have the context for it either. God damn it!
I know.
Thank you. It's the fucking rogues drink it in World of Warcraft. The energy drink, basically.
It's Rogue Monster.
Yeah, it's
Rogue Monster.
Also, every time you say Urian Starry Eyes, I think of Simeon Starry Eyed, which is from Game of Thrones. Who's a knight from a very, very long time ago before Knights, where he's like a legend who lost his eyes in combat and put 2 gems in there, and he uses like a pole arm. He's like a legend. He's like a kid's story. But I just think, let me say,
let's go.
Are all of you ready?
As we can be.
Yeah, look over at everyone else.
Yes, ma'am. Salute.
Alright. Then she lets you guys finish your morning meals, and then she takes you guys to the edge of the biodome, where you see a small gateway in the shield opens and closes occasionally as people begin the journey into the heavy foliage of the Green Lord. The first half of the day is difficult, uncomfortable. The air is warm and very humid. The forest is full of insects and even large plants that seem to shift unnaturally. You hear animals calling back and forth across the winds. And yet, she leads you expertly through it, helping all of you dodge various treacherous points and rocks in the jungle undergrowth. And as you guys journey through your first day in the jungle, who would like to roll a d20 for a random encounter?
Ooh.
Weston doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to be responsible.
Let's make Weston do it.
How did nose go?
I'll do
You
it.
did do nose goes.
Shane,
Yeah, but if no one else consents to know
Flare,
those,
roll a
then
five.
it's automatically that person.
A D20.
Yes.
14 dragons show up.
14
dragons.
All right.
What did you say, Weston?
14 young red dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
14 ancient shadow dragons.
Oh,
Who cast
okay.
Dragon's Dogma?
Wait, I want to
Hey,
leave now.
Do you guys want level 5 or not? No, I'm just kidding. So, as you guys reach a clearing in the later part of the day, she kind of turns and looks at all of you, and she says, "Take a few minutes, drink from your canteens, and rest. The next pass is difficult, and not all the terrain is solid. I'll go make sure I know the right way to take us."
Right.
And she pushes her way out of the clearing and back into the foliage, slipping out of view. Go to make perception checks.
I'll look at Flare. They can fill this up not with salt water this time.
Okay, you're no fun.
I got a 16.
Wow, 3 of us got 6s. That's
Twinsy, and 2 of us got
Twinsy.
16s.
Mm-hmm,
Isol.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously, Satan just shit up in the inner game.
Isol and
Isol, you and
Voss.
Voss, the two of you, looking around as you guys have time to rest for a few minutes. Both of you notice that there's considerably more foliage as you guys have been getting deeper. That is less of a vibrant green and more darkened and slightly wilted. You also notice like some spores across the ground. And as you guys are like taking a look at these things, you hear a shuffle in the trees above you, and then you see a small animal fall from the canopy and land on the ground.
Alive.
Does it appear to be dead?
It doesn't appear to be dead, but it appears to be very sick.
Do I shoot it?
Do I shoot it? I don't know. Do you shoot it?
As all of you turn to look at this animal, you would see it.
it's adorable.
It like it appears to be like choking and looks sick.
Oh no,
Take a look at it.
You guys got this?
I actually prepared for today. I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Sure.
Hey.
I knew we were going into a crazy forest.
good call.
Did you know you were going to use it on a four-eyed monkey though?
No, I did not. I thought I was going to use it on myself, but this is fine.
You post that.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
You immediately pick up some kind of poison or disease in the spores that seem to be near the plants that are wilting. You also notice that around the edges of the stivel's mouth, it appears maybe it ate something that had been contaminated by the spores, the same kind of like green flecked substance that's near the spores that have bursted on the ground is on its lips.
Okay.
We have to do something to help it.
Yes, we could put it out of misery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look around. Can I make another perception check to see if I can see any of the creatures in the canopy or anything?
Sure.
Because I also it tells me if there's any poisonous creatures.
Can I do a nature check on the stivel?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna use my my destiny point.
No, you're not
No?
allowed to use skill checks. Not in the game anymore.
It's not in the
I
game.
got
Only for
I
you,
got
though.
it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Time.
I'm gonna go ahead and do one anyway. Because
Looking around, you don't notice any other animals until you look
Or I
back.
guess where the spores are coming from, I guess.
They just seem to be
That's the thing?
strewn about, like
Oh,
they're
okay.
they're
Okay.
growing in this area.
Okay.
Looking up into the canopy, you do see a second stivel in the tree from where this one fell, and that one appears to be already dead. All right.
We should move out of this clearing quickly.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill
Something
it.
is poisoning.
Flare, this animal appears to be similar to what a guy and calls a monkey.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill it.
No.
Really?
Whoa, you put in a.
Can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hand up.
I'm gonna.
Sangbasan's bent over it, and he's making a medicine check. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
make a medicine check, by the way.
I'll wait for him to get it away.
Right.
It's not
It
savable.
appears that it is poisoned or diseased, probably from ingestion of something.
Sanguisan, is there anything you can do for him?
I can try a lesser restoration.
Oh, I hope
you-
he'll
I
be
am
okay.
unsure if curing this creature would have any effect.
I don't want to be.
The
You have
area
to
is
try.
contaminated.
I don't want to be
Feel
that
better if I
guy.
saved it.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything then.
I'll cast lesser restoration on it.
Sanguisan, you lean down and you place one of your massive hands as gently as you can. This thing's just slightly larger than your hand is. It's pretty small. And you guys see his kind of radiant light begin to emanate from his palm and the undersides of his fingers, and the light floods the stivel. And it appears to get healthier. Rapidly.
Oh, look, he
Man, I
looks
that's
slow
so
rolled
really
that. I
working.
thought this was about to be some hardcore evil that didn't work on or something. I was like,
I'm
Say
yeah.
Yagmoth.
You pull your hand away, and it chortles as it gets up, and it kind of licks your palm, and then it looks kind of back up the canopy towards the one that's.
Do you wish to go?
I'll throw
I'll
throw
reach
a
up
piece
as
of
high as
my-
I can.
provision towards Sanguisan, like a piece of jerky.
It looks back at you, and then it climbs up to where the other one is. Fortunately, passed.
Can I attempt to grab it as it does that?
I still throw a piece of jerky at Sanguisan to give to him.
A piece of
Like,
jerky
just piece
hits,
of
hits your
rations,
face,
you know, like-
Sanguisan. Kind of falls into the open palm of your other hand.
Give it to him.
All right. Let's hold it up and see if it comes back down.
As you start to hold this up, Flare lurches out and tries to grab it. Go ahead and make an athletics check, or a acrobatics check.
Okay, that'll better.
You
She's trying
reach
to be
out.
gentle, but she wants to
Yeah.
keep it from going up to the floors again.
You reach out and try to grab it. You go a little too Flare,
Yeah.
and you kind of freak it out and miss it. And it steps back and it looks at you, and then it looks to the jerky that Sanguisan is offering, and it reaches out and it snaps it out of your hand. starts to chew on it.
She's gonna kind of reach out to it again, and she'll say, "You really shouldn't be around here, little one. There's dangerous things around here, it would seem. We can take you someplace safer."
It shrinks back as you reach towards it, and it kind of snaps its blunt teeth at you, and then it jumps onto Sanguisan's shoulder.
Oh, thank
Hey, it's
goodness.
got blunt teeth. It's
I'll
probably
slowly,
at least an omnivore.
slowly shuffle my way over to Sanguisan and hand him the rest of my strip of jerky, and then shuffle back.
And I'll take it and just hold it up so where it is on my shoulder.
It snatches it out of your hand. And it's just kind of gnawing at it, but not really making any progress.
She looks up and says, "I wish we could do something for his friend. But it seems this place is already taken."
Alright.
Perhaps we can ask Melina about the spores.
I'm gonna look to Ronan and say under my breath to her. A little suspicious we're left right under the spores, right?
Yes, it was a bit weird.
Just checking I wasn't the only one.
At this point, she breaks back through the foliage, and she says, "I found a clear path ahead, but be careful and stay together. It appears that the disease has spread quite a bit farther than where it was at before when I took your acquaintance out here."
Do you know what might be causing it, Belina?
Like I told you, there is a darkness past Chaldra, and unfortunately, it appears it might be getting stronger.
Then perhaps it's best we move on quickly. She'll kind of look around at everyone, and then she'll stop. She'll stop her gaze at Aizel.
Oh, and all of you, assume that any food you find in the wilds is contaminated for now. And then she'll look to you, Flair, and she'll say, "And no mushrooms."
It's okay. I think I'll stick to water for now.
And then she'll look. And then she'll look.
There's a gallon in her mouth.
And then she looks to Sanguisan and she says, "Where did you find that stivel?"
I'll point up. It fell from above.
Probably ate something that was contaminated.
It did seem like it. I seem to have cured it, at least. Perhaps grown attached.
I see that.
Because of that.
Well, they say that stivel mate for life.
Excellent.
You're my stivel. You're my.
Oh,
They say the same about clerics of Aisha.
Oh, that's cool shit.
That's the move.
Or I guess clerics of Udor?
We don't say that name here.
Well, why you gotta bring up the past like that?
you dork.
I would after a moment I would look at Sanguisan and say it's too bad that they put so little faith in this world. It seems like something that's a righteous fire might be able to help rid the forest of. Rid the forest.
Everyone else sees her glaring at him.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming me and Ronan are looking at each other because of that. Me.
She seems to get especially upset when he says righteous fire.
I'll kind of look around and I'll say, I am very new to this whole faith thing as well, but whatever you have been doing to stop the spread of this darkness you speak of, or maybe you're not stopping it, I don't know, but it seems to not be working either way.
What my friend means is to say that there may be other solutions to this predicament.
I don't mean to burn down the forest. That is not what I meant at all.
Lictor Ronan, holy shit.
And I thought you put your foot in your mouth.
Flair is saving the day.
Boss,
I think
We're saying this to adjust each other, by the way.
I think their faith takes the form of communing with nature rather than eradicating threats, but perhaps we just continue moving on for now.
They don't need faith. Their god exists. It's their home that they live on.
I didn't need faith until I died.
Boss, if there's anything that we can do, we will, but we're not going to force anything on them.
That's what I was saying. You take things and twist them, all of you. I know I can't keep my mouth shut, but I don't mean badly every time I open it.
We might know that you don't mean anything bad, but they don't.
I'm sorry.
Well, when you all react like you just did, that doesn't help my case.
We based it off her reaction. I'm sorry.
Flair's gonna go up right in front of Voss, and she's gonna kind of stand on her toes to get up as close as possible to him and say, "I don't think we should use the F word around these people."
So kind
At
of
this
like Italian
point-
saves it.
At this point, she crosses her arms and she waits until all of you are looking at her. And then she says, all Averans have faith, not in the Celestials who sojourned and abandoned this galaxy to chaos, but in the life of our world. And you should be careful what you say, or the Green Lord will consume you.
Hey, I'm
We
right there
wouldn't
with
want
you.
that, now would we, guys?
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. I meant no offense. I apologize.
Certainly don't. And I'll see if I can like scratch behind the ear of the stubble.
It it does like the rub back thing that dogs do. And it like hoots a little bit. Sanguison would be the one that gets the cute pet.
I'm gonna
Of
look
course.
through. I'm gonna.
Isel's gonna. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna walk up to Sanguison and look through his pack to see if his food is edible for what I think a monkey would eat.
As you start to walk over to do that, she'll reach into her pack and she'll pull out what appears to be.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say something in response to what she said.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'd rather. Yeah,
Sorry, party, but Isel's curiosity's getting the better of him. Isel's gonna say,
he has a blank slate.
"Did the king in the undergrowth have faith in the Green Lord?"
Yep.
Okay. What is the reaction to this?
Everyone
As
is
opposed to the reaction to what I've said in the last 5 minutes. I don't really understand.
Hey, Vosh, shut up.
Oh my god.
And I'm just gonna look silently at her.
This is it. This is.
Shush. I'll have my hand obviously unhatched in my hand and underneath my jacket.
The king in the undergrowth raised the Green Lord from a baby to a place where everyone could live. And then he sought more. And the more he sought, he saw a void, a darkness, and it transformed him. And now he has faith in nothing. I have found our path ahead, and if you wish to follow me through it, you may. But I'm starting to wonder if I have made that mistake again. Your curiosities will kill you.
Aren't you just as curious about what is happening to your home?
Right now I am worried because the disease has spread, and Chaldra was one of the last places holding it back. If it has reached this far, what has happened to them?
We should hurry then. I apologize for causing a stir.
She'll just nod at you. And with that,
Click my holster. Back to chat.
and with that, she will start to lead you guys forward. She takes you guys forward about another 4 hours, and then finding another small clearing where the ground is mostly flat, she begins to set up camp. This is as far as we should go for the first day's travel. We are in a hurry. This place is dangerous, and you must have your strength. And she'll start to just set camp, because that's what she does.
I'll ask her what what is it called? Wild Stivell?
Stibbles. She'll look to you and then reach into one of her packs, and she will pull out a rations of what appears to be mostly vegetarian food. She'll say, they intake a small quantity of meat, but mostly live off leaves and berries.
Thank you. I don't know if oh, are you here? Okay. I was say I didn't know if he'd ask, so here you go, bud.
I'll hold them out for it.
Yeah.
It takes the bag from you. And then it hands it back to you and waits for you to open it.
All right.
You're pretty smart.
A creature
Open it
after
up
my
and
own
then
heart.
pour out some berries, I presume, into my hand.
It scoops the berries up out of your hand and starts to just like squirrel with acorns. Just starts to fill its whole mouth up, and then in a couple of huge swallows, it eats all the food, and then it just takes the bag back from you.
By all means, you keep it.
Right. And as you guys set camp and get ready to rest on the first night, is there anything you guys would like to do before you take your long rest?
If
Are
I
you gonna
could
name
talk
that thing?
to Melina at some point,
Sure.
I would attempt to.
She after she's done setting camp and everyone has settled together, she kind of like cooks an evening meal, and she's still quite reserved with you guys, but you guys can talk to her about anything you want.
I would just approach her and say, "May I speak with you?"
You may if you wish. Curious one.
I'm afraid that is a very apt description. And I have found that, so far, it has yet to become a serious problem. Though I can see that you do not appreciate questions from strangers.
I appreciate and can understand the empathy some of you seem to share with what is happening here and now. But I don't need any more lives on my conscience.
Then perhaps you can help me stay out of trouble. What you wish to stay buried here, it has something to do with the king and the undergrowth, does it not?
King in the undergrowth? Yes. The lost city is lost for a reason. He spread a great darkness over the Green Lord. This was hundreds of years ago. And those of the order he fell from worked hard to right his wrongs. He could not be purified, and neither could the city from which his darkness sprung. So we lost it on purpose. A fairy tale to most now, though. Those who stride the Green Lord have seen enough proof to know the truth.
I do not wish to overstep, but I believe I have spoken to the king in the undergrowth. And I do not know what it means. But I feel I can trust you.
And what did the king say?
He told me to leave. And he told me that my kind be the end of life. And that he would not have.
You have to understand that our people, especially from the time when he was counted mortal among us, have a natural disposition for the technological rises of the galaxy. Life was only meant to be created by forces greater and now new life has been created by forces lesser. It is hard to accept for some of us.
Yet my people suffer no lesser treatment on this planet. That much at least I appreciate.
Biodomes, like Green Lord Biodome, are rare. It's right on the edge of wilderness. Often now, wilderness is sculpted around the biodomes as best it can to attract widespread attention and be safer. Those that wish to make money off tourists in the biodome might hide some of their beliefs, especially if the nemetics are carrying enough creds. I care not. Really quick, she just adds, I care not whether flesh or metal. I only care about intention, if that helps you any.
It does. I try to live by a similar philosophy myself. And though I disagree with many who I have come across, I try to respect life in all its forms.
Then we are agreed.
Thank you for sharing what you have been willing to. At least I have some understanding of the situation now.
She'll nod her head.
All
Anybody-
fucking right.
Do anybody want to ask her about anything else?
Nothing.
Good.
All right. So is everybody ready to rest for the night?
Do you need any watches set up?
She'll smile and say, I'll take the first night.
I'll sleep with one eye open.
I can take a watch. I'd love to study the stars more.
Feel free to rise at any time you wish.
As you guys finish,
I'll take watch with Flare.
as you guys finish settling in for the night, you notice that she walks to the centermost point in the camp that you guys have set up, as she kind of set the campfire kind of off center, and she places down a fairly large but thin disc that appears to be made of wood and metal, and she presses a few buttons on the center, and a small kind of like portable biodome kind of flickers around you guys.
Bitch.
Flare did a check. Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, just as I'm settling into sleep, I'd like take out some stuff from my backpack and like try to make the backpack as comfy as possible for a little guy if he wants to sleep.
Sure. Yeah. And once you've made it all comfortable, he climbs on in.
I mean, I'd probably just clean my gun before bed.
All right.
Boss will be kind of around saying with someone he's doing that, and he'll say, another little life too.
Dude, we don't have tents. Maybe save that for when you have your own room.
Beat him up.
Wow.
Beat him up.
He'll say this Angusson after that happens. Another little life for me to protect. I think he's taken quite the liking to you.
It certainly seems like it.
We'll see if he decides to stay with you or stay with his home after we are done here.
Well, if he wishes to stay with us, I will take care of him. If he wishes to stay here, that's fine as well.
What if that's an invasive species on other planets and she's pregnant? You guys don't know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna be, a Columbus?
You could be the downfall of a whole other planet.
Sucks to suck.
It's
Sucks
our
to
own
that
fault
planet.
for not thinking ahead.
I already beat you to it. Dran's gone. All right.
Any planet that's not monkeys
Too
deserves to
soon,
be
Matt.
around the monkeys.
all right. So you guys are all ready to take your long rest, and about midway through the night, as everyone else is resting, Flare and Eyes will rise to take a watch.
Actually, I get up too. I also trance.
All right. Why don't the three of you make perception check?
I trust Ronan.
Super good. Perception.
Bippity boppity boop.
I used to be great at
Hey,
perception.
regardless of how your perception goes, I still trust your perception.
Where's Isel's perception?
Oh,
In hell, where he belongs.
Oh,
what?
Jeez.
Faisal is our mascot.
My
That means we
goodness.
all believe we belong in hell.
As she blows all of you out
Is
of the
Isel
water.
your guys' mascot?
He's our mascot and our heart.
The Stivalls.
I thought Flare was the mascot and Isel was kind of like the, like when they give like the nerdy kid the setup duty on the sideline, like he's got like
He's
the
Zed breaks the
sure
fourth
everybody's
wall.
got water and stuff.
Zed breaks the
Actually,
fourth wall and shoots the GM in the face.
Yeah.
Ronan's
Oh my
actually the
God.
monitor.
Isel, as you guys are at watch, there are a couple different points where you kind of feel like maybe the party is being watched from the foliage, but you don't see anything physically. It's just like a feeling you get.
Righteous.
Are you hooked on it?
Get fucked, Nick.
Get fucked up.
Yeah, fucko.
What's up, fucko?
Yeah, I'm not gonna meditate.
You can ask Ronan to cover you.
You're not gonna meditate?
As doesn't want to do it.
All right. And with that long rest, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Bum, bum, bum.
And all of you guys are level 5.
I had a fucking panic attack when I went to meditate and it wasn't like normal.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, fuck no, something different. Bad.
I thought it ate her for a second. I was like, oh no.
We get BC